It's a little rainy out here today in Eugene, as you can probably tell. Anyways, this is one of the hills of Eugene I was talking about, one of their mini ivory towers. It's called College Hill. I'm not, kind of like it's a little bit over there too. It's kind of a big hill. More wealthy professional people live here, and it's kind of a, very progressive and somewhat, I would say, leftist, communist type area. Anyways, it kind of gives you an idea of what it looks like. But this is one of the hills. I'm going to show you how the hill ends. It's like a sort of a, it's not that big of a hill. And I like the color of that house. How nice. So, as you can tell, nice homes. And this is Oregon, and there's pretty much no jobs and nothing going on here. So a lot of these people might be, marijuana magnates, again, professionals, doctors, lawyers, people like that. I was actually in treatment with one of the people. He was an administrative judge when I was in Betty Ford. You can sort of tell what the hill looks like. So this kind of hill, there's gonna be a lot more hills we're gonna be going over. This is one of the hills that's probably the smallest hill, but biggest hill as far as people go. There's a lot of people here, but it's not the biggest, tallest hill. They're taller hills with a lot less people and a lot nicer houses. But, this is, probably every house here is probably worth like $1 million, something like that. Or at least, $800,000. But yeah, you could tell kind of similar. It's the kind of thing you get around here. Extreme leftism, extreme wokeness, DEI, basically anti-consumerism, extremely anti-conservative. Mostly, these are the people that would support, radical type action against ICE and things like that. So anyways, this is one of the hills of Eugene, and I hope you can see kind of the leftist area. This is sort of a similar sign that you'll find around here. This kind of nonsensical sort of virtue signaling, kind of wasteful. Platitudes that really don't mean anything. You'll see a house here, like, obviously, all of these houses are very nice. But that house, obviously, very, very nice paint job. That's beautiful, as you could tell. I'm sure it's very expensive, but, eclectic things like that you're going to find. But you'll also find signs up for, we want to kill transphobic people or something. Like a house like this. Kind of like, I can't think of any one group that would be more against federal workers than Democrats right now, but whatever. So, I like the moose. Very nice. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this first look at College Hill. This will be the first hill that we're going to have in our little tour of Eugene. You can see kind of what I'm dealing with here. I always feel sorry for myself. Sava, Ukraine there. At least want to see. It's cool if Ukrainians and Russians die, I guess, in their book. It's always going to be cool. Priuses, shit like that. Anyways, that's all for today.